What's up guys, VitalSyntax here with some more Payday 2 gameplay from the beta. The full game is going to be once again released on October 13th. If you're interested in picking up, I would definitely recommend checking it out. But I was playing co-op with 3 other buddies, and we decided to try and do the jewelry store in a stealth role. So a lot of the heists that you do, whether you're robbing convenience stores, a jewelry store, or a bank, you can actually complete the entire mission in stealth mode, essentially preventing anybody that you're robbing from calling the cops, and it makes it a lot easier. I mean, you usually get about the same amount of money that you would, if not, the exact same amount of money if you, went in guns blazing and shot all the cops up. But it's much easier, and it's almost, if you can actually, complete the stealth properly, it's, almost impossible to lose at that point. So I want to talk a bit about the strategy that we're using, which is actually a fairly easy strategy. This is one of the easier missions, I think, to do without breaking that stealth factor. All you really need to do is figure out where the security guards are, see if there's any in the main area, kind of this main corridor or lobby area. You need to have somebody go around on either sides down the alleyway and look for security guards that are on back. And you also need to have somebody on the street. And it's very important you have somebody on the street. You can see if there's a cop car, which is usually parked on this corner to my right. If there is a cop car, once again, it's randomly generated. So sometimes there'll be a cop car there, sometimes there won't. Sometimes there'll be more than 1 or 2 security guards. Sometimes they'll be in different locations. Sometimes the windows will be blocked up by a shipping crate. There's a lot of random variables that come into the game, and that's an awesome aspect of the game that adds replayability, allowing you to play a mission over and over, and every time having it be slightly different. Now, once you take out the security guards and you want to, melee them in the back, you want to answer their pagers. That way they don't get alerted and start sending backup. And then you want to run in and tell everybody to get down. It's also a good idea to sometimes put the jammer down so people can't use their cell phones to call the police themselves. But if you run into the store and also have somebody on the street running around telling anybody that's around or in the store to get down and bind their hands with zip ties, hopefully you have enough zip ties. There is a skill that you can get that will increase the number of zip ties that you have significantly. That's incredibly useful in a situation like this. And then once all the people are zip tied, it's basically just a matter of collecting all of the goods. In this case, all the jewelry and some of the larger jewelry items go in these big sacks, and taking it to the drop-off point and getting out of there. We literally did not have to kill anybody in this mission, and we did it in like 5 minutes. And if you can even do it faster than we did. You can complete this thing in like 3 or 4 minutes if you're really quick about it. And this was on the hardest difficulty, on the overkill difficulty. So they have a difficulty system that will give you more reward for completing the missions, but it's obviously quite a bit harder. But if you do it stealth, it doesn't really get that much harder, because if you do it stealth, then there's really nobody to shoot up. But it's a little bit harder to do it stealth, because there'll maybe be more security guards, there'll maybe be more officers, there's maybe more bystanders that you have to tell to get on the ground. But still, this is one of the best ways that you can make money in this game and start unlocking new weapons, buying new attachments, and things like that, is to do the jewelry store, because you can do it fairly quickly. With you probably want at least 3, but hopefully 4 people that you're in communication with. Have some type of voice communication going on. That way you can kind of communicate certain things, and that's a really key factor in this game, is voice communication. Whether that's the in-game voice communication with random people, or if you're using TeamSpeak or Skype or whatever else it may be on the PlayStation or the Xbox Live chat, is make sure you have your mic on and able to talk to people, because it's so frustrating when you can't communicate with other people and that person that's not communicating ends up screwing up the heist. And I also want to check that back room I was just in, because sometimes there is a locker that's in that back room that you can either blow up with C4 if you have C4, which is once again one of the skill points that you can put some of your skills into, or you can just use the drill and drill into it, and it'll just take a little bit longer. But a really easy way to make money real fast, and depending on which difficulty level you do it on will determine how much money you make. So they have the normal difficulty, hard, very hard, and then overkill is the hardest, and that will once again increase the difficulty of the enemies, but also increase the reward. So it's a risk-reward idea. So that's a really cool concept. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful if you wanted to do this jewelry heist in stealth mode. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like or a favorite. And if you're new around here, feel free to subscribe because I do videos like this every day. And I'll see you guys in the next video.